Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It is your old pal Van Dweller back with more classic Tetris Monthly Masters event for March 2026. And what we've got for you right now is a top 16 bracket. So that means, what does that mean? It's a round 3 bracket. We have 4 players. At the end of this, there'll be 1 player. We hope. I'll get into that. That bracket is gonna be the blue and purple bracket. Blue Scooty versus Guafi is the first match. The second match is Tetristime versus Winter. Now we have been informed that one of our players might be injured. They're gonna try to play through, but if they can't play through, well, we're gonna be kind of in no man's land. It's okay. We want our players to feel good and not injure themselves. We're going to try to do our best to get through it. And if we can't, we're going to make sure our players are okay. But we're going to try anyway to do Blue Scooty versus Guafi, Tetristime versus Winter, winner versus winner for a top 4 spot. My name is Mr. Kimball with the raid party of 55 viewers. Thank you. My name is Mr. Kimball. It reminds me of like Richard Kimball from The Fugitive. And then my name is Mr. Tibbs from In the Heat of the Night. So it's like 2 things in my head right there. Two excellent movies, one of which is one of my favorite movies. But it might be a Kindergarten Cop reference, but I don't even know if I've seen that movie. But that's what I think of. Anyway, it is gonna be Blue Scooty Guafi, hopefully Tetristime versus Winter. We'll see what happens. If we can get through this whole stream, we'll do what we can. Let us take a look at the rules. The rules say that this is a 32-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris, released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Players can play on emulator or console. They can what can they do? They can use any controllers, so long as no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronical or mechanical. Biological turbo only. Players should not receive any in-game advice. They should not pause unless the commentator tells them to. I am the commentator. I'm not going to tell you to. If you do experience tech issues, just keep playing. Now remember, these matches are best of 5. The first player to 3 wins is the winner of the match. Level 18 starts all the way through level 39. Super kill screen, an uncapped score, same piece that's re-rolled in between each game of the match. And yeah, here we go. So it looks like one of our players is not going to be able to play. So we are probably, yeah, we're not going to injure somebody. We don't want that, but we are here. We are here. So, yeah, let's not injure one of our players. Top player privilege, guys. If you don't feel like playing, you don't have to play that day. That's all it is. That's just top player privilege. If it was like seed number 29, we'd say, nope, too bad. Sorry about your arm. You got to keep playing. No, that's not true. No, that's fine. Well, no, we definitely, I'm just kidding, of course. We want to make sure players feel good. We don't want them to injure themselves. This is Tetris, after all, you know? It's not like any of these players are making a living on it. Oh, wait, some of them are. Blue Scooty says, might have to forfeit. This has been an ongoing issue, not just today. We'll see if we can do another time. We'll delay it a few days. We'll give you a shot. We don't want to forfeit you immediately. Let's see what we can do and try to get the match off. That would be a good thing. Well, we'll let you rest a few days, see what we can do. Now, I don't know, Winter and Tetristime, I don't know if those two are here, and I mean, we're here. We are here. So I don't know if Tetristime and Winter are here and want to play their match right now. It would be really good if we could get that going. If you need extra time to warm up, we can do that. But if you're here, it would be great if we could get that match going at some point. So yeah, we're not gonna make him injure himself, right? So we'll see. Listen, I'm sure Scooty will do what he's got to do. He's got a whole supportive structure around him that'll take care of him. I wish I had that. I don't have any of that. Can I be adopted? Can Scooty family adopt me? Sud says, imagine explaining that to a doctor. Yeah, I'm one of the top competitive players in the world at this 40-year-old video game. I'm adopted? All right, that's a verbal contract. It's actually a written contract, so that counts. I am in. I will send you my social security number. We'll get on. You guys can give me health insurance and the whole thing. So appreciate that. Colin says, I just want to say 2 years ago that our HMO premiums are going up because of this rolling pandemic. Tetristime and Mr. Burrow said Tetristime and Winter just played yesterday in CTL. Low-key rivalry may be starting. That's crazy. So yeah, it's cool that, they get to play back-to-back. So I don't know, Tetristime and Winter, are they here? Probably not. I mean, usually people are like, oh, I'm going to eat my meal and then I'll show up. When, about half hour, 45 minutes. They got to figure, well, Scooty's playing, so he's probably going to sweep whoever it is. No offense, but it is Scooty. So I'm imagining that they're prepared to play, half hour from now. That would be my guess. But I don't see them in chat. Let me go look at the lurkers. Do some Vandy PB attempts. Well, yeah, I want to just find out if we can at least get one of these matches off. If we can get, we're supposed to do 3. If we can do 1, that would be great. Yeah, let's take a look. Are they here? Not here. Blue Scooty, how did you get to be a VIP? Oh my god. All right, Tetristime. I wonder if Tetristime is here. I wonder if Winter is here. Let me ping them both and see if they're available to. Oh, Tetristime is here. He's just saying he's not warmed up at all. That's fine. I can wait. If it takes you like 20 minutes to warm up, we can start you? It's 6:10 right now, or 10 past, maybe 6:30, and I'll just stay online. Winter is coming. I know that's a reference to Game of Thrones. I've never seen Game of Thrones. I have no intention of seeing Game of Thrones. Seems too brutal and dark and sad. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I've had enough darkness, right? Too much darkness. Where's the lightness? Vandy, can you spend the entire interim talking about the tanking epidemic at WSOP and Will Kassouf, or whatever his name is? Well, that Will Kassouf, he's really annoying, but I guess it does, gets under people's skin. I don't know about the tanking epidemic. I think tanking can be easily taken care of by rules, you know? So make it like chess. Make, you know, every day you get, you know, give everybody a little timer, and, you know, they get so much time to think for the whole day, you know, beyond like 10 seconds, right? And then just give everybody a timer, and that's what they get all day. Like, I have a little timer right here. Let's see. Am I even presentable right now? Let's see if I'm presentable. I mean, I'm never really presentable. But am I? Yeah, I got like a little timer. But like, you know, this is my little timer that I use to do my Pomodoros. And you can see the way it's structured is you got, you know, a 5, a 10, 25. And all you got to do is like, you just tilt it up or down and it pauses and restarts the timer. So they could easily make some sort of device that you like do like this. And then when you want to think beyond 10 seconds, you do your timer, it stores it, it runs it down. And then at the end of the day, you know, that's it for the day. And you get so many tanking minutes for the day. And that's it. You want me to 1v1 versus Guafi and Das? All right. I'll do it. This lights are my eyes. Hold on. Let me turn off my lights a little. Okay, good. Lights are my eyes. All right. I'm going to 1v1 Guafi with Das. And we're going to wait for Tetristime. And we're talking about poker? Yeah, I guess so. I don't really follow the day-to-day poker anymore. It's just not something I don't have time. I got Tetris. I've got my other, endeavors. And that's all I have time for. I don't have time to sit around. There's nothing wrong with it. You can be interested in it. I just personally don't have time. I'm a very busy man, as you guys know. All right, so that's camera. No, we need capture. No. What do we need? We need... Oh, that's camera. Okay, camera is good. Then we need the game. Okay. All right, you've got your weird hat and your whole business. That's fine. Let me line you up a little better, just so you look good. And we're gonna do the same piece sets. We want this to be fair, okay? This should be fair. All right, this should be safe as long as I don't let Guafi talk, then we'll be fine. All right. Let me just yeah, there we go. You downloaded a new poker training app. It has a timer. All right, let's do pieces. We're gonna do pieces. Seed. Ready? There it is. I'm not really warmed up except for the 2 games that I played. So yeah, so if you're Winter and Tetristime, just let me know when you're ready and we'll play. All right, the pieces are 0E121D. I don't really know enough about the current Tetris people. Doyle, Brunson, Jonas. Doyle Brunson is more like Thor. Dog is kind of Phil Ivey, yeah. All right. So what is it? 10E 121D. Speaking of one day, when is Pumpy's one day? All right. Let's go ahead and get these players underway. Vandy versus Guafi Das in 3-2-1 Tetris. Guafi has said he's going to play Das. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so nervous. I'm like nervous right now. I'm super self-conscious and nervous. So I'm like playing like a monkey. All right, let's just relax. All right, here we go. We're okay. I don't know what Guafi's like history with Das is. And this better be Das. This better be Spirit of Das. Did you top out? 26,000? What? 26,000. All right, so I got to get to 27,000. And I got all day. Should I just single it out? All right, there it is. All right, that's number 1 for Blue Vandy. All right, we'll go ahead and excrement the seed. What's up, Avidani? Anyway, we're looking for Winter and Tetristime. If you're increment 2F. 2F? Why 2F? Where 2F? 1F. Okay, I was going to say. All right. All right. Countdown in chat. 3-2-1 Tetris. All right. Hey, Winter. Unfortunately, unfortunately, Scooty is injured and cannot play. So we still want to do you versus Tetristime because like we're all gathered here. So we may as well. So I realize you might need some. You're going to be playing, maybe earlier than you expect. So let me know like how much warm-up time you need and we will give you that time. And I'll just F around while we wait. What am I doing? What am I even doing? Nobody knows. All right, we're doing that. That is how seeds are spread, largely bird excrement. That's true. Seeds are and it is kind of random, true, right? Like it's very random. They have something. I'm going to say the S word in chat. So if you have children, cover their ears, or if you are a child, do the right thing and cover your ears. But it is a good way to randomize something because we have something in Austin called, I've never been to it, but it's called Chicken Shit Bingo. And so what they do is they have like a big, they have a pen with chickens in it and they have all the bingo numbers like on the floor of the pen. And then when the chickens take a poop, that determines what the next number is in the bingo. So they have that. So it's a good, it's a good way to randomize because you don't know when a chicken's gonna, you don't know when they're gonna crap. So maybe we'll do something, maybe we'll do a similar thing, right? Chicken shit Tetris. It'll determine every piece that comes out, right? So we have to wait for a chicken to take a crap on a certain piece. And then that's the piece that comes out. What do you think? See how quickly it devolves when we don't like have anything serious to do? All right, I'm at 187, Guafi 159 on my screen. Again, I don't know what Guafi's Das situation is. I don't know if he's ever played Das ever. I don't know. So we'll see how this goes. Nice and nice. Yep, Scooty no-showed. He's like, screw this, guys. 10 minutes. Yeah, if you guys want to start in 10 minutes, that would put it about 6:30 my time. Perfect. How about that? Because, you know, the other match could have ended around that time anyway, so that sounds reasonable. So let's shoot for that if Winter's okay with it. Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's get this down. Nice. Nice. Flat there. All right. My God. Oh, these poor bars. All right, we're like very close in score, which shouldn't be the case. Like, Guafi should be wiping the floor with me right now. All right, let's get this down. Come on. Oh boy, come on. All right, I just gave myself like no burns here, so I gotta fix that. Okay, good. Oh my God. A little aggro, but we're just gonna keep it low. I'm trying to keep it low. I'm gonna clear out that little snarl. All right. Every time you see Blue Scooty, he looks older. I know. Oh my God, that's like the one. Come on. All right, we just gotta. Oh, come on, dude. Really? I mean, we're cooked. Oh, dude, I had a chance. All right, so it looks like about, 6 to 10 minutes. No. All right. One more, at least. 2-0. Could be a decider. Depends. You're live. All right. We're going to give you like 5 minutes, warm up, feel good. We're just going to do it at like 6:30. Mainly because I gotta beat Guafi. All right. We're ready. Ready? Go. 2012 1D. I could have won that one. All right. Come on. All right. Okay. All right. This is really bad. Thank you. Doom, 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 doom. Oh, it's okay. All right. I'm a little ahead in score, pace-wise. I think it's a little tied. Close to it. There we go. Nice. All right, I am at 201. The last I saw at Guafi was at 173. Oh, yikes. It's all right. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. We're going to get it, right? We're going to get it. We're going to get it. We're going to get it, right? We're going to get it. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. We're not going to get it. All right, let's see. Oh. Oh, oh. Dude. 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 Oh, dude. I lost. You won, Guafi. We have time for a Vandy challenge. You want to do Vandy challenge? All right. Transition trainer, setting 7. Ready? 1 Vandy challenge. Level 23 start. All right. Transition trainer, set it to 7, 700K. Level 23 start. Oh, you're ready already. Okay. 7. You set it to 7, right? Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh boy. Oh. All right. Nice. Nice. I mean, to me, this is like the best Faster Masters DAS format. Uh-oh. I gotta bring this down. Oh, I failed. This is too hard. Too hard. All right, let's see if he gets the max. Get the DAS max. These quick tapping cheaters. Oh, dude, you messed up. Get it? Oh, you messed up. You messed up. These tapping cheaters, man. Oh, you stink. But you're better than me. All right. Guafi is the winner. GG's Guafi. You won it for America. All right, well, we're going to go. Thank you, Guafi, for killing some time. And thanks for your sportsmanship while we wait for Scooty to heal. Although maybe that was your chance, Guaf. It's like, no, I insist on playing. We must play. He's either going to play or forfeit. And, you know, that was your shot. Okay. We're going to go ahead and bring up, 5 and 12? 5. Scooty grew facial hair before me, says Dan V. Before Dan V. I know. Oh, wait. Why does that say... Wait. There we go. Winter. So we'll get all this stuff lined up. We'll get me off the screen. Goodbye, Vandy. We'll line up the cams. What is this? You won. Yeah, you won. You are the winner. All right, let me get these cams lined up and figure out why they're not. Okay, so there's that. Stop the count. Is that where the camera ends? No, we got winter. We're flying Tetristime. Seed number 5. All right. There he is. Anyway, thanks again, Guafi, for helping us kill some time. And yeah, again, sorry, folks who are expecting to see Blue Scooty and not me. But Blue Scooty appears to have a potential injury, so just being cautious with that. I'm just gonna put Blue Scooty in the stream title no matter what, and just say, oh, sorry guys, Blue Scooty's not here, but right, just every time. Alrighty, Root players, I am gonna go ahead and put the pieces in chat. You can finish up the warm-up that you're on. That is fine, but I will put the pieces in. That way, when you're ready, you can be like, okay, I'm putting them in and I'm ready. There we go, Tetristime internet. Guys, I quit Tetris due to a pool party. All right, Critical Apis is gonna Simul. All right, well, I like it. That's a good thing to do. It's a good thing to do. It's good training. I think Winter started a new warm-up, but that's okay. I'll edit the stream title. Should I edit the stream title? I don't even know how to do that. How do you do that? Okay. Get rid of Scoots versus Guaf. Yeah, we got you here, so mission accomplished. The pieces are here. F46596. AC Master and Toka J. Thank you for the follows. Appreciate that. Anyway, I do want to remind you, since I was interrupted, we do have a prize pool. If you want to contribute to the prize pool, keep trying to lure these players back, then use that Matcherino command while you're watching live. I'll bring up some links. One that says Masters March. That is the one for this tournament. Click on that. That'll take you over to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. Look in the top right-hand corner of the screen to see a button that says log in, and you can click on that to log in. Once you're logged in, which, by the way, you can do with your existing Twitch or YouTube or Discord account, it's easy. Look at the right side of the screen. It says contribute. Click on that to contribute. Our prize pools are funded 100% by you, the viewers and fans. Probably more viewers than fans, but that's okay. Yeah, please contribute to the prize pool. We're trying to get to $2,000 so we can pay our top 8. Our monthly incentive, we always get there. So I'm confident, but I'm also scared. But anyway, yeah, do whatever you can do to contribute and support those players. If you do want to support the channel, you can go to patreon.com/monthly Tetris, make an ongoing pledge of support. Keeps this channel going, just like the people on this slide have done. Scott Ray, Jay in the Window, K9 Tacky, Madelsberger, N-Dog, Mr. Brain, Corporal Jr., Troy Dan, Kim M, Cat Kid, Java T, Jason, Sunny, Mila, and everybody else. Thank you for your support. Use the support command to find some other ways to support us. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can do a super chat or a sticker. You can join the channel as a member. You can gift a channel membership. Over on Twitch, you've got bits, subscriptions, gift subscriptions. And if you're an Amazon Prime member, you get an Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime gaming subscription to grant to the streamer of your choice on a monthly basis. But it is use it or lose it. You cannot save or stack them, so do not lose it. Use it on us. Thank you. Madelsberger with the $60 contribution gets us up to 106767. All right, looks like we got one player ready. And as soon as we get the other player ready, we will begin. Madelsberger says, just need to get someone to drop in another $5,700 and it'll be the greatest prize pool of all time. Well, Madelsberger, why don't you try and contribute $57 and see what happens? All right, looks like both players are ready. Tetris time versus Winter. It's game number 1. The winner moves on to the top 8 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. On the left side of your screen, Tetris time, who is blurry, and we're going to refresh him. No, I think he's just blurry. That's okay. Stay blurry. It doesn't matter. Don't mess with your camera. Don't mess with anything. Just keep playing. That is our motto. Just keep playing. Anyway, on the left side, it is blurry Tetris time. Seed number 5 from the United States of America. Tetristime has got a PB of 5.42 million, which last time I checked was 18 on the overall leaderboard. Tetristime was ranked number 16 in the most recent Premier poll. That is a ranking of competitive Tetris players. And you can find the full rankings over at premierpoll.com. Premier has an E at the end. Don't worry about your camera, just play Tetris. Anyway, Premier has an E at the end. And yeah, so it's like Premier ePoll, or use the PP command to bring up the link. The fog of war, indeed. Tetristime, don't mess with your camera. 88 bits. Gmart with the 88 bits. Thank you, Gmart. Oh, wait, 8,800 bits. Oh, my God. Gmart. Wow. Now, if you want me to refund that, Gmart, I have no way of doing that. But thank you, Gmart. I think 8,800 bits is worth the joke. I mean, it's a good joke. So thank you so much, Gmart. That is super appreciated and generous and very, very nice. And oh my God, we can buy our insulin now. Oh my goodness. All right, Dirty Tetris for Tetristime, 175. 235 for Winter here in the first half of the level 18 phase. We start on level 18. Once we get to 130 lines, the speed will increase and the value of Tetris clears will go up. Well, I guess all line clears will go up and the colors will start to change. It's quite a glorious thing. Anyway, Tetristime. I was telling you about Tetristime. Tetristime is a 6-time CTWC gold bracket player. He's finished as high as the top 8, which he did in 2021. That was the second online year. Also top 16er in 2025. Tetristime up near the top of the board. Tetristime over the last couple of years has had a run of success at regional tournaments, including Phoenix, Vegas, and Washington, and Kansas City, where he has booked wins or runner-ups. He played his first Masters event all the way back in May of 2021. And he's a former Challenger Circuit winner, 2-timer. 300,000 for Tetristime, 350 for Winter. That was all the way back when it was 16 players, all the way back then, May of 2021. That was the month that Nenu won, right? Isn't that May 21? Nenu came back and won. Am I wrong? No, that wasn't Nenu. Yeah, it was Nenu. Nenu versus Jerpy. On the right side, Winter. Winter qualified in with a 2.4. Qualified in with a 1.34 million, has a 2.4 million PB. That's top 40 score. Ranked number 21 in the most recent Premier poll. Winter was a first-time CTWC Gold Bracket player last year, first-time Mega Master last year. You've seen Winter at regionals in Stillwater, Oklahoma, and Kansas City, where she was a top fourzer in Kansas City in 2025, and was the runner-up in the DAS Silver Bracket, where she played. Who did she play in the Silver Bracket of Kansas City DAS? It was Tetristime. 537 for Winter, 448 for Tetristime. He's into level 29. That left side for Winter. Wow, a long bar gets over. Amazing. For a second, I was like, wait, they're playing Das. How's she going to get that bar over? Well, by not playing Das. 578 Winter, level 20, 500,000 for Tetristime. S-spin for Winter to clean up that right side. Tetris for Tetristime, 571. There's one Winter, 636. They're like 5 lines apart. Luis Pereira says, why is Winter's camera not blurry? Because they're not in the same room. They each are providing their own individual camera feeds to me, which I have to, put in my scene. 638 for Tetristime, 754 for Winter. Tetristime, 669. Yeah, Tetristime is behind like frosted glass. Aren't there bathrooms? I don't think this is a US thing, but like in some other cities that are not in the US, aren't there bathrooms that just have like frosted glass, but you can otherwise just see the outline of people? Like, don't do that. That's not good. I don't want to see that. 770 for Tetristime, 865 for Winter. The Tetristime's board, all kinds of messed up. So he's got about 22 lines to try to get it back down before level 29 hits, because that speed is going to double at 230 lines. The third phase of these games. You've heard of public restrooms having one-way glass before? Like, no way. I don't want that. I don't care if I know that no one can see what's going on. I don't want that. Winter with a Tetris, 951. One more burn available for Tetristime. He's going to open up the right, and he brings that stack down low enough to deal with. Tetristime's at 816. Winter's at 992. Well, I think the big complaint going on right now is like hotels that don't have any doors on the bathroom, like for some reason. Like they're skimping on hotel doors. Tetris for Tetristime, 893. And it's like, what? This is why I don't want to split a hotel room with like Tetris players at an event, because I get stuck in one of these rooms. And I gotta look at Kingsman in a way that I don't really want to see him. A33 for Winter on level 32, 920 for Tetristime. Are there more doors or wheels? Tetris, I feel like this is the first. I feel like that's the first topic you ever brought up in chat when you first joined the Tetris community. For some reason, I feel deja vu, and I feel like it came from you. And I feel like you've already done this before. You're just recycling old material now. Tetristime, A43, Winter at B44. So 100,000 point lead for Winter. There's 30 lines to go. Tetristime, A91. There's one for Winter. So under 30 lines to go until level 39 hits. That speed will double again. It'll kill their games. They're going to have to do all the rest of their scoring between now and then. We'll see what Tetristime can do. Winter's staying clean, and it looks like, as long as Winter can stay clean and keep putting on points, there's not going to be much that Tetristime can do, and he's just going to have to go all out. What's up, Nuna Kababwe? And Tetristime at CO6, but Winter at D11. And yeah, Tetristime not going to be able to catch up. Winter was ahead like the entire time. So Winter going to take game number 1. Guafi says, I swear, why is it that whenever I get a spike of improvement, so does everyone else at the exact same time and at the same level of improvement? I mean, that's how it goes, man. Yeah, Tetris says, I recycle material. Quote, like bro hasn't said, hey, everybody, it's your old pal Van Dweller. And I'm asking you to do me a favor every stream for 67 years. Yeah, true. Listen, that's my tagline. I gotta say that. Imagine I didn't say that. Like that song came up and I didn't say it. There'd be a mutiny. More wheels or doors. There's a heck of a lot of wheels, especially if you consider there's conveyor belts that are just made of hundreds of wheels in a factory where, there's maybe, like 20, 30, 40 doors. Don't doors have wheels in them? I don't think doors have wheels in them. Bro, do you know how a door works? It doesn't work from a wheel. Unless you're going to say a hinge is a wheel. I don't think a hinge is a wheel. All right, so it looks like Tetristime is ready. And as soon as Winter is ready, and we can begin. Winter pinning seeds, guys. Are we talking car doors? Yeah, car door is a door. The window mechanism might have wheels. I mean, there's absolutely more. There's got to be more wheels. Just look at every factory with conveyor belts, okay? Hundreds and hundreds of wheels. You just went with the cheap poker set from Amazon? Yeah, I mean, unless you're, get cheap, until you're in a house, just buy cheap stuff. All right, so it looks like we're ready. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yeah, like until you're just, it doesn't look like you're living in a house. It looks like you're living in an apartment or a dorm room or whatever. I don't know what you're doing. Just get cheap stuff. And then you can always upgrade. Colin says, even when you have a house, still buy cheap stuff. I mean, then you can be... then you can invest in some luxury stuff. But I don't know, doors, here's the with doors, like there are a lot of cabinets, right? And all those are doors. So, and and then a lot of the things with wheels also have doors. So like the doors aren't gaining on the wheels. The wheels are keeping up with the doors. 95,000 for Tetristime here at game number 2. 115 for Winter. Now, people are saying that they played against each other just yesterday. in Classic Tetris League. And we also saw that they played against each other in the finals of Kansas City DAS 2025 Silver Bracket. What else have they played? They also played each other in the Open tournament of Kansas City Regional in the semifinals. Tetristime took that one. So maybe a little rivalry brewing. Does a CD of music by the Doors count as a wheel or a door or both? I mean, you know, the CD is shaped like a wheel. And if you have like a jewel case, it's got a little door on it. Adam Irish with the raid party of 7 viewers. Thank you, Adam Irish. But I don't think those are canonically what we mean by doors and wheels. I think we just mean, you know, structural features of things like buildings and vehicles and things like that. Machines. Machine. I mean, we can try to reason this all out a priori, but in the end, you know, just go look at the go look at the door industry and the wheel industries, right? Well, go look up this economic data. Wheels is the correct answer. I mean, that's what I feel. I feel it's wheels. I know I'm on record as having said wheels. Just saying. All right, 373 for Tetristime, 359 for Winter. Okay, just to be clear, like, I can be heard okay, right? Would a wallet count as a door? It opens and closes. Don't even go there. A wallet is obviously not a door. Like a jar opens and closes, but it's, you know, the lid is shaped like a wheel, right? We're not, you know, things that are commonly understood to be doors and wheels. $4.10 for Winter. But anyway, Tetris, I do feel like that was like one of the first, I feel like it's one of the first things you did in chat when you were like a fresh-faced newbie in the community. So, you know, feeling a little nostalgic. It's good to bring out some of the greatest hits here. 527 for Tetristime, 490 for Winter. Especially, you know, as we wrap up our final year of Classic Tetris Monthly. I don't know why that's funny to me. $5.58 Tetristime, 521 entry into 19 for Winter. Final year, that's it. This is it. Every year since 2018, I've said this is the last year. I feel like it lately, though. I got to be honest. It's getting harder and harder to schedule you people. I'll tell you that. 619 for Winter, 681 for Tetristime. I'll show you guys. I'm going to take my CTM and go home. All right, Tetristime trying to dig out of this one. And he's bringing it down. Long bar down, Tetris for Tetristime, 726. We still got the lead. He is ahead by 3 lines and about, 42,000 points. That's it. I think we might have to make some changes after Mega Masters. You hate change? Oh my god. 779 for Winter, 874 for Tetristime. There's a good possibility we cut our tournaments down to 24 players instead of 32. It's one of the things on the table. I'll have to consult the competition committee, which is just me. Tetris for Winter, 881. Tetris for Tetristime. Right. Winter going for the dirty Tetris and will get it. Dirty center will. Tetristime with the 1.1. So B62 here for Tetristime on 29. Winter is in at 971, gets the Tetris right after there, gets the max out. So right now, Tetristime ahead by 6-7 lines, something like that. Ahead by 160, 140,000 points, something like that. Oh, nice little spin there for Winter. Tetris for Tetristime, C56. There's one for Winter, B31. Another one, Winter, B75. There's another one, Winter. So she's cut it to within, well, I guess under 100,000 points now. There's one, Tetristime, D51. Oh, here's a question for Mega Masters. Now, every year until last year, we did a regular single elimination bracket. Whatever. But then last year we did a flat bracket. But I think I want to go back to the original, just for Mega Masters, just go back to the original regular single elimination. Seed 1 plays Seed 64, that kind of thing. Been thinking about it. D60 for Winter. Now EO4, Tetristime up high. So Tetristime has got to survive this. And that is going to be a top out for Tetristime at E25. And Winter is good in game number 2. So yeah, I'm thinking for Mega Masters, we might just go back to, just for that, just go back to regular single elimination, no flat bracket. Winter says, I think that was 600 posts. The reason I'm thinking of that is, like, if we're going to have a prize pool that pays more and more people as it gets larger, we don't want people to just qualify, just in virtue of their qualifier, like, get into the money. Scheduling top players early. Good luck. Oh, Tetris, we're gonna drop the hammer on them. It's gonna be required. And I think we have to do a scheduled final because we're not getting the last 2 years that we did like players scheduled finals. Like nobody, it didn't get anywhere near the numbers that it did when we had like a scheduled final. So if I want to be able to get Twitch to put us on the front page, I have to schedule a specific time. And I want to, I want to be on Twitch's front page at least once a year, for God's sakes. Yeah, let him drop. I mean, come on. All right, so did I put pieces in? Yeah, we have Barrett was the pinner of the seed, right? CD 0863. Vandy just wants to see Somalian lose round 1 as the 8th seed again. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. Let's see. Mr. Brain says, I think Winter could be top 10 before too long. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I guess they're talking about flat earthers now on YouTube. Tetris time, trying to work out some last minute bugs here before game 3. We'll allow it. And he's like, oh my God. All right, so the pieces are here, right? Yeah, CD 0863. I got to figure out how to mess with the EQ of this mic a bit. Okay, it looks like Tetris time is ready. So as soon as Winter is ready, then we can start. Okay, looks like both players are ready. Here it is. Game number 3. Winter is up 2 games to none, looking to clinch it here. Tetris time has got to win to continue on in this match. 3-2-1 Tetris. Remember, y'all, if you're watching live and you want to support the channel and you're an Amazon Prime member, you get an Amazon Prime Twitch Prime gaming subscription. That's what it was called 1 month. I don't know if they stopped calling it that. It used to be like 12 words to describe it. Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime, gaming subscription. But whatever it is, you get one. And that means once a month you get to grant a sub to the streamer of your choice. That is, you get to subscribe to their channel once a month for nothing extra. So if you're missing out and you're not getting that benefit, then do it. Tetris time gets a long bar down, 73, 81,000 for Winter. Burbia with the Prime sub. Wow. Thank you, Burbia. Look at that. There's almost always one. If I mention it once, there's usually somebody out there with a Prime sub. You can just check. It'll tell you on Twitch if you have one. Big Pile Guam with the Prime sub. Thank you. Look at that. So yeah, if we do bring back 24, or not bring back, but if we do make like our headline tournaments, Masters and Das Masters, if we make them 24 players instead, at least for the Masters side, that means bringing back the Challenger circuit as an 8-player tournament, so a play-in for the next month. And we used to have a problem with like top players who would like fall down to Challenger circuit. Like when it was 16 players, they would like be 17 seed and then they wouldn't want to play because, I don't know, it was like too many matches. So maybe just being top 8 will be like one fewer match to do. And since Masters is a little bit smaller and it's less certain that you'll get in, maybe they'll be inclined to play the Challengers. Winter setting up for the Vits, but it will definitely happen where somebody will be like, nah, bro, I'm not playing Challengers. And then they'll miss out on Masters the next month. And then they'll quit Tetris forever. So that probably will happen. Sorry, Dan V. That's how Dan V will end up quitting Tetris. $362 for Tetristime, $330 for Winter. Tetris for Tetristime, 433. There's one for Winter. Same line count. 12,000 point lead for Tetristime, about a half a Tetris. Tetris for Tetristime, 457. There's another one, Tetristime, 548, 120 lines. So he's got 3 more Tetrises available if he only burns 1 line. That would be enough for a 600K transition. Let's see if he can do it. Of course, the pieces have to cooperate a little. They don't seem to be. Well, there's one. Okay. 571 Tetristime. There's another one, and there's another one. So 618 transition for Tetristime. There's one, Winter, 548 into 19. All right, Tetristime trying to work around that kind of high column 4, column 5. Square is going to help him get it down. He's open again. Long bar over. Tetris for Tetristime. 700,000. 603 for Winter. So 70,000 point lead for Tetristime. I can smell onions cooking from the other room. Sue is, for St. Patrick's Day, she made, of course, a corned beef, cabbage, potatoes, carrots kind of deal. So now we got a ton of leftovers. So she's making a corned beef hash, which, corned beef is not my favorite, but corned beef hash, for some reason, you have big honking pieces of meat, like, not my favorite corned beef, but in a hash, it's perfect. Floating Mino there for Winter for a moment. And Longbar down Tetris for Tetristime. 888, 795 for Winter. They're one line apart. Another Tetris for tea time. Winter on the left well gets it. 828. Corned beef's all right. Yeah, I guess. It's just a little gelatinous and weird sour flavor. I don't know how to describe it. But in a hash, it's good. 893 Winter, 984 Tetristime. It's still around, 65, 70,000 point lead for Tetristime when the lines are tied. Winter opens up that right, is waiting, skimming a Tetris for Winter, A10. That is a max out. Tetristime is into 29 at B39. That's a 1.139 million. Winter with a good elevated triple there. Winter into 29 at A32. Dirty column 10 Tetris, one row up. Winter Tetris A69. But Tetristime at C63. Gonna miss a S spin. He's gonna have to clean that up a little bit. Tetristime about 40% of the way up the board, trying to knock this down here on 32. He's got a big spire there, column 8-9. And he's going to have to try and work it down to get something over, and cannot. That is a top out for Tetristime at C83. The chase down target for Winter, C84. And she's got some problems here, but is bringing it down. C84 is the target. And if she can chase this down, she will take this match. That left side is really tricky, but doing great with these 5 taps. All right, she's got runway. She knows it. Under 50,000 points to go. Tetris is here. We're north of 45,000. I think 45,400. No, 200. Whatever it is. All right, she's keeping it low. Long bar over for the triple. 12,000 to go. Oh boy, kind of a mess. But still can work this down. There's a double. And there it is. Winter is going to chase this down and take it in a sweep. Nice. I wouldn't say easy, but, a chase down. Wasn't always easy, but she's going to hang in there and get it. And she will be moving on to the top 8. Winter headed to the top 8. For the first time. This is Winter's first time heading into the top 8 of Classic Tetris Monthly. You know, previously she had been in the top 16, you know, a couple of times. You know, she hasn't been playing in Masters very long. I mean, her first time was back in August of 2025. And is now made it into the top 8 for the first time. Clutch chase down there. GG's Tetristime played well as always, but I think it was just Winter's time today. So let's go ahead and report this. Thank you, Tetristime, again. Appreciate you guys being a little flexible, playing a little bit early. We'll go ahead and report this 3-0 for Winter, and then we'll show you the brackets. You know, it's kind of nice that you got a little bit of time to be like, all right, I'm in the top 8, and you can feel good about it for a little while, you know, relish it before you have to play your next round. So that's kind of good, I guess. Scooty versus Guafi is not going to happen during this stream, Andrew. We had an injury situation. So, we didn't want to risk, you know, getting injured, and I don't blame him. So we're going to have to reschedule that one. Again, GG's then. Thank you, Tetristime. Hope to see you again next month. So let's show you the bracket, y'all. The bracket in the top 8 anyway. We'll see who's in that. And yeah, Winter's in, first time ever. She's going to play the winner of that Blue Scooty Guafi match whenever that happens. And we still have like, how many more? We still have 5 of our top 16 matches to do. And that is going to do it for us today. So just to let you know, we have coming up, we have a lot of matches. I wouldn't say a lot, but it's spread out throughout the day. Discord. Let's see. Let's look at Discord and events calendar. I guess you guys could also look at the Discord events calendar, but yeah, tomorrow we've got, it's like all DAS tomorrow. So all DAS Masters, Eliash versus Nenu, winner versus Scampa, Leo versus Shuichi, Andy versus username Gold, Storm versus Meme. Sunday, we have another Masters Red and Pink top 16. Now, Dan V is already into the top 8, having defeated Kirby. So we're going to do Meme versus Cobra, winner against Dan V. And I am not going to be there. I had tickets for a thing that, you know, I can't get out of it. And I don't want to get out of it because I want to go. And unfortunately, I didn't block that out of my availability. And so it got scheduled over that time. And there's no other time to do it. So at 4 p.m. Sunday, if you're like, oh, I wish we could watch this without Vandy, well, you're going to get your chance. Sunday, 4 p.m., Masters Red Pink, Meme Cobra Dan V, hosted by Sharky. So there you go. Sharky is going to be like, I'm going to show everybody that I can be better than Van Dweller. Okay. All right. Here's your chance. Here's your chance. People, here's what's going to happen. You guys are going to see Sharky doing Masters. And then it's going to be like, you know, pitchforks and torches. You want to get rid of Andy. We want Sharky. And then I'll have to leave. That's what it is. Anyway, yeah, Sunday. Yeah, it'll be fun. Sharky doing Meme Cobra and Dan V. And that is what we've got so far on the weekend. And God, I don't want to look at what this is. And yeah, okay, there's probably going to be one other Sharky match as well on that day. So it looks like there might be 3 Sharky matches on that day. There you go. Look at that. We're spreading it around. Everybody, thanks for supporting the stream. Appreciate that. New followers from Icy Master and Toka Hey, YouTube follower, whoever you are. I totally missed it. Is that a YouTube subscriber is a follower, right? Yeah. Twitch. All right. So new followers: Icy Master Tokahay and Matt Bobkin. Twitch subs: Burbia Big Pile Guam with the Prime subs. Twitch bits from Gmart 8800. Mr. Kimball with the 55 and Adam Irish with the 7 viewer raids. Thank you so very much. Gmart, again, thank you so much. It's super generous. Now, we did have some contributions to the prize pool. And I would tell you who it was. I think it was Madelsberger, right? Was it Madelsberger? Sounds like a delicious burger. Yeah, Madelsberger with the $60 gets us up to 106767. So thank you, Madelsberger. Appreciate that one. Just had 100 bits come in from someone. Talbot, thank you for the 100 bits. Appreciate that. And thank you to the patrons: Scott Gray, Jay, The Window, Canine Attacking, Madelsberger, N-Dog, Mr. Brain, Corporal Jr., Troy Dan, Kim M, Cat Kid, Draven T, Jason, Sonny, and Mila, and everybody else. Thank you to everybody who hung out. Thank you to the players, and thank you to the schedulers, and thank you to the world. All right, YouTube, we will see you tomorrow. Bunch of das. We will see you later. Goodbye. And Twitch, we'll go ahead and raid you off somewhere. Twitch.